The tension was suffocating. Jian Ping stood before the Chuyan sect's gates, his voice sharp as steel. The courtyard was filled with people, warriors frozen in disbelief. At the center, a man knelt on the cold ground. His name, Mo Lingyun, the sect master of Chuyan sect. Another man loomed over him, gaze heavy and unyielding. Suddenly, a voice rang out from behind. "Master, Master, why did you surrender?" The disciple's tone was desperate. "Despite the Yaoshan sect's power, if we fight together, we will never be defeated." Mo Lingyun's head turned slightly, eyes dark. "Have you considered what happens if we lose? Will anyone from our sect survive? I won't gamble the future of Chuyan sect on a faint hope." The young man clenched his fists. "I am willing to fight and die for the sect. Master, the Chuyan sect cannot surrender." Mo Lingyun's voice cut like a blade. "You may die, but not the sect." The disciple froze. "What?" Mo Lingyun's gaze shifted. "Xie Pingqiu, this is Lin Bei. Take him away, as long as it secures a path for Chuyan sect's survival." The attacker, eyes narrowing, finally noticed the boy. 5 heavenly-level constitutions in one body, reaching the pinnacle of the opened realm at 16. Strength equal to your own sect master. He smirked. "A once-in-a-century genius. Unfortunately, those 5 constitutions clash within you, keeping you from your full power. But don't worry." His grin widened. "I'll make the best use of them." Lin Bei's hand shot to his sword, fury blazing. "You want my constitution? You won't succeed." But then, pain, a sharp crushing agony ripped through his chest. He staggered. "My power, it's gone." "How?" The attacker chuckled coldly. "Young man, the world isn't as simple as you think. For a warrior, talent is never the most important thing. What matters is the heart." From the side, a soft voice joined in. "Lin Bei, stop struggling. With your sacrifice, the Chuyan sect will survive." It was Mo Ying, the sect master's daughter, smiling. "You should consider yourself honored." Lin Bei's rage burned hotter. "That healing pill, it was poisoned. You treacherous woman. You dare to harm me?" Mo Ying's tone didn't falter. "You're too talented. If you exploded and died, your 5 constitutions would go to waste, and the Chuyan sect would have no future." Lightning cracked across the sky. The attacker stepped forward. "Enough. No more idle talk." Dark aura bled from his hands. "First, let's secure the heavenly-level constitutions." A crimson sphere of energy swirled into existence, pulling at Lin Bei's very soul. His entire body glowed red as his life force was ripped away. The man's eyes gleamed. The endless purgatory body, the 9 skies extreme sword body, the supreme profound chi body, the annihilation blood demon body, and the release heaven devil thunder body. His smile turned almost reverent. "With these 5, one can become unmatched. My 5 children, boundless futures await them. My Z family, remembered for generations, perhaps the #1 family in all eternity." Lin Bei collapsed to the ground, pale and trembling. The man clenched his fist. "We have the 5 heavenly-level constitutions. Yaoshan sect, leave with me." But before departing, he smirked at Mo Lingyun. "If you want your sect to live, your daughter will marry my youngest son. You'll remain sect master, under me." Several Chuyan sect members bowed deeply. "All members, bid farewell to Master Z." Rain began to fall. Lin Bei's laugh broke the silence, bitter, cracked. "Old dog, I risked my life for the Chuyan sect, asked for nothing, and you repay me like this?" Mo Lingyun's expression stayed cold. "I invested in you, treated you as my personal disciple. Now, dedicate yourself to the sect." A twisted smile crept onto his lips. "Sacrificing you to save us is an honor." Then, a brutal kick to Lin Bei's face. "You can rest in peace," with a smile. Blood on his lips, Lin Bei hissed. "You shameless old dog." Mo Lingyun's boots still on his head, he addressed the crowd. Lin Bei sacrificed himself willingly to save Chuyan sect. Bow. And they did. Every last one of them, smiling. Mo Ying's lips curled into a cold smile. "Don't blame me. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself for being so foolish." In the next instant, her kick slammed into Lin Bei's chest with bone-cracking force, hurling him like a ragdoll. He crashed into the dirt, coughing blood, body trembling on the edge of death. His vision blurred. What kind of world is this? Rage boiled in his veins. "I refuse to accept it. I hate it." The thought roared in his mind. The world is like a chessboard, and we're nothing but pieces. But then, everything shifted. Darkness swallowed him whole. When his eyes opened, he was standing in a strange, boundless space. And before him, floated a massive sphere of blinding light. A deep, ancient voice echoed around him. Deception, love, hatred, grudges. They are nothing more than pieces colliding within predetermined rules. And if the heavens and earth are heartless, what can you do? Lin Bei's fists clenched. If the heavens and earth are heartless, his teeth ground together, then I will overturn them with a single thought. A violent shockwave burst outward, pure energy tearing through the void. His eyes snapped open. Rain pattered on his face. I'm still alive, but his heart sank. Even if I survived, my martial talent is gone. What's the difference between me and a cripple? If I could still have another physique, even the weakest one, I'd take it. His hand brushed over his chest and froze. A strange warmth pulsed beneath his skin. What is this? Closing his eyes, he saw it, an orb of pure energy glowing deep within him. 5 towering stone pillars surrounded it. These are the 5 physiques I had before. Then what's this 6th sealed pillar? Chains rattled across the void. A massive stone pillar stood before him, bound in unbreakable links. As he reached out, the chains shattered with an earth-shaking blast. Primordial chaos body. Lin Bei's eyes widened, then lit with realization. I get it now. I always had a 6th physique. It was just suppressed by the other 5. And now that they're gone, it's awakened. A deep voice whispered again. Child, don't forget your words. His eyes shut tight, focus sharpened. If heaven and earth are heartless, I'll overturn them with a single thought. When he opened his inner vision, the truth was clear. It was real. This power existed within him. This is the strongest force sealed inside me. Energy surged through every inch of his body. It can hold countless principles, touch the laws of heaven and earth, its cultivation speed unmatched. At its peak, it could be invincible against all laws, even destiny itself. A faint smile touched his lips. With this physique, I can start over. No, I can become stronger than ever. Dropping into meditation, he drew in the world's aura. The first realm. The opening realm. It took me 10 years to reach its peak before. How long will it take now? In seconds, his body blazed with energy. His eyes flew open. All 9 meridians opened instantly. This is 10 years of training in a blink. Such power. But then, wait, the 10th one, the heavenly gate? He remembered the old records. A dangerous abandoned meridian few dared to open. But once opened, its chi absorption would surpass the sum of all 9 combined. His fists tightened. With the primordial chaos body and the heavenly gate, my cultivation speed will be unmatched. Power exploded from his strike, leaving a massive crater in the earth. Mo Ling Yun, Yaoshan sect. Mo Ying, Jipingku. Your days are numbered. But his voice turned cold. That old dog Mo Ling Yun is already at pulse expansion realm. At my current level, I can't kill him yet. I'll bide my time. Once I reach pulse expansion, I'll take my revenge. He traveled onward, eventually reaching a small village whose name was engraved on a stone. The place looked peaceful. Until the villagers spotted him, their faces drained of color. An old man shuffled forward, trembling. May I ask, if there's something you need? Lin Bei frowned. Why are they so afraid of me? Old man, don't be scared. I just want to stay here for the night. But the elder's legs buckled. He dropped to his knees, tears spilling down his cheeks. Please spare us, sir. Our village has no money. Lin Bei's eyes narrowed in confusion. What? A short while later, inside the old village chief's house, the air was still. The old man spoke quietly, almost apologetic. Our village is too poor. We can only entertain you once. I hope you won't be offended. Lin Bei set down his bowl. Old man, what did the Chuyun sect do to you to make you so poor? A heavy sigh escaped the elder. Alas, our village was once wealthy, but the Chuyun sect's annual taxes kept rising until we could no longer afford them. In the last 2 years, they've demanded a 1-star monster crystal core every month. The young men are forced to hunt monsters day and night. Now, fewer than 20 remain healthy. Lin Bei's fist slammed into the table. Shameless. The old man shook his head. Not only that, larger villages fare even worse. They must still pay the cores, and their beautiful girls are kidnapped by the Chuyun sect. Lin Bei's body trembled in rage. Since I joined the Chuyun sect, I never left the mountain. I devoted myself to training, but I never imagined they were this despicable, this shameless, this filthy. He looked up suddenly. By the way, old man, what year and day is it now? It's April of the Tianwu year. Lin Bei's eyes widened. A month. I've been in a coma at the foot of the mountain for a month. The old man rose slowly. Eat quickly, rest if you need, but leave this place as soon as you can. It's not peaceful here. The next day, outside Chuyun village, a wagon rolled by, carrying the corpse of a huge monster. Tomorrow is junior sister Mo Ying's wedding day, and we actually hunted a 2-star monster today, one disciple said with pride. Good. A 2-star monster is comparable to the pinnacle of the enlightenment realm. If it hadn't just given birth and weakened, we'd never have been able to kill it. Another voice from the back spoke up. A monster at the pinnacle of the enlightenment realm. If it were at full strength, apart from the sect leader, only elder senior brother could kill it. The leader's face twisted with anger. What did you just say? The man flinched and held his cheek after a hard slap. Senior brother, I misspoke. Damn it, I forgot. Ever since senior brother Lin Bei sacrificed himself for peace in the Chuyun sect, his name has been forbidden. The leader waved it off. Let's rest in the village before heading back to the sect. The wagon creaked onward, monster bodies swaying with every bump. Meanwhile, Lin Bei lay inside a small hut, catching a rare moment of sleep. But then, his eyes snapped open. Something's wrong. He rushed to the door. Outside, a Chuyun sect disciple towered over the old village chief, shouting, I am a disciple of the Chuyun sect. You dare give me this? Are you humiliating me? On the ground, the old man shielded a small girl. His voice trembled. We truly have no food. Lin Bei's blood boiled. Tang Shu, you deserve to die. The bully spun around, eyes wide. Who? Come out! Sweat beaded on his brow. Eldest senior brother. Gasps erupted from the other disciples. Didn't the eldest senior brother die? Lin Bei's glare was cold enough to cut steel. Tang Shu, I thought you had a pure and upright heart, but you're nothing but a beast. The senior disciple's Tang Shu stared in disbelief. What is happening? Wasn't he kicked off the cliff by junior sister? How is he alive, and after losing all his cultivation? Impossible. Tang Shu spreads his arms wide, a mocking smirk curling on his lips. It turns out to be you, Lin Bei. I didn't expect you to be this lucky. You actually survived. But he suddenly points a finger straight at Lin Bei, his voice dripping with arrogance. You're nothing but a useless cripple now. What gives you the right to stand in front of me and speak? Kneel down. If you do, I might just let you live, for the sake of our old sect ties. Lin Bei doesn't even let him finish. In one swift motion, a sharp backhand cracks across Tang Shu's face. The bystanders gasp. Senior brother Tang Shu. They cry out in shock. But Lin Bei ignores them, catching the old village chief before he collapses. Help them inside to rest first, he orders. One villager steadies the old man, bowing his head. Village chief, be careful. Tang Shu slowly gets back on his feet, one hand on his cheek, eyes wide with disbelief. Impossible. You're supposed to be useless. How? Lin Bei steps forward, his cold gaze never leaving him. Tang Shu. Before Tang Shu can react, a brutal kick slams into his chest. Blood sprays from his mouth as he staggers back. Lin Bei closes in, pressing his foot into Tang Shu's chest. Go to hell. No, I don't accept this. Tang Shu roars. His body erupts with a violent aura, forcing Lin Bei to take a step back. Lin Bei, ever since you joined the sect, you've always suppressed me, and now you think you can trample me? I won't allow it. With a furious punch, a golden lion silhouette bursts behind him. Yellow level low grade, lion heart fist. Lin Bei exhales lightly, unimpressed. Humph, a little trick. His kick whips upward, smashing into Tang Shu's jaw. Tang Shu is sent flying, blood trailing from his mouth. It's pathetic for you to use a low-grade yellow-level technique like this. Tang Shu, sprawled on the dirt, glares up at him. Lin Bei, if you kill me, you'll forever be the abandoned son of the Chuyun sect. Even if you regain your cultivation, what storm can you possibly cause? Without your innate physique, how can you oppose us? You don't even know. Your 5 talents. Master gave them to the 5 biological sons of the Yaoshan sect leader. They've already reached the pinnacle of power. And your precious junior sister Mo Ying. Tomorrow she marries Yaoshan sect's Zifei. He jabs a trembling finger toward Lin Bei. You are just a joke. Another explosion of force surges from Lin Bei, cutting Tang Shu's taunts short. You still talk as much nonsense as ever. The Chuyun sect disciples, frozen in shock, drop to their knees. Senior brother, please, let us go. Lin Bei's eyes narrow. His fist tightens. I'm no longer your senior brother. Now, I ask, and you answer. If you hesitate even once, You'll end up like Tang Shu. We'll answer everything." They cry in unison. Lin Bei's voice turns deadly calm. "Good. Then tell me, what happened between Chuyin sect and Yaoshan sect in the month I was gone? Be detailed." A chubby disciple, drenched in sweat, stammers, I'll say it. Ever since you sacrificed yourself for the peace of the Chuyin sect, the sect leader arranged for junior sister Mo Ying to marry the youngest son of the Yaoshan sect leader. The wedding is tomorrow. Lin Bei's gaze sharpens. "I already know that. Tell me something I don't." The chubby disciple swallows hard. "Yes. The other 4 sons of the Yaoshan sect leader, they've all joined top-tier sects: Burning Sun sect, Endless Sword sect, Backwaters Hall, and Heavenly Blade sect. As for Zifei, the youngest, he joined the Demon Ceiling Hall." Lin Bei's eyes narrow, his voice low and cold. "Chuyin sect is just a small sect, hidden away in a corner of the eastern border. But those top sects, they're the overlords of the entire continent. Endless Sword sect, Burning Sun sect, Backwaters Hall, Heavenly Blade sect." His tone hardens. "And the Demon Ceiling Hall. Mo Lingyun once told me, even a random elder there holds the cultivation of the 5th level of the Pulse Extension Realm. And there are dozens of elders like that." One disciple gulps, speaking cautiously. "Senior brother, if you want revenge, I advise you to give up. Z Pingqiu's 4 sons have already left the sect." The chubby one adds, voice trembling. "Although Zifei is still here, within just a month, his cultivation has reached the 1st level of the Pulse Extension Realm." Another disciple blurts out, "And the Demon Ceiling Hall has sent an elder to preside over his wedding." Lin Bei's fists clench, veins tightening. "Hateful!" He exhales slowly, forcing down the rage. "I won't kill you." The disciples instantly drop to their knees, foreheads hitting the ground. "Thank you, senior brother. Thank you, senior brother." Lin Bei raises his hand. "But I will erase your memory." An invisible force ripples through the air, striking their heads. Their eyes glaze over instantly. "Get out of here," Lin Bei commands. They stand, moving like dazed sleepwalkers, and vanish into the night. Alone, Lin Bei mutters to himself, "A 2-star demon beast has a chance to grow a demon core. If refined, I could break through to the Pulse Extension Realm. But still not enough to match an elder of the Demon Ceiling Hall. This revenge will have to wait." He pushes open the door to the old man and the little girl's room. "Everyone, we can't stay here any longer. Rest for the night. Tomorrow, I'll take you away from here. We'll find another way out." Worry and sadness shadow the villagers' faces. Later that night, Lin Bei drags the slain monster the disciples had left behind. His eyes gleam as he inspects it. Sure enough, there's the demon core. But then, he freezes. "What? Not dead yet?" The beast's body glows with a sudden burst of golden light. "Got something?" Lin Bei steps back warily. From the light's center, a small golden bird lies curled up, sleeping. "This is the child of a monster. He lifts it carefully. But this little guy, better be careful." Suddenly, the bird lunges at him, beak flashing. Lin Bei ducks just in time, barely avoiding the strike. How could a newborn monster have such terrifying power? Could it be a mutated monster? He recalls the old knowledge. Monsters evolved from animals that absorb the essence of the sun and moon. Magical beasts? They're different. Nurtured by heaven and earth itself. Among millions of monsters, there's a chance one magical beast will be born. And every magical beast is born as a 3-star. Its power equal to the peak of the Pulse Extension Realm. Lin Bei's lips curl into a rare smile. God really does help me. A 3-star magical beast. With you on my side. He bites his finger, drawing blood. Zifei, Mo Ying, tomorrow's your wedding. I'll be there, and I'll bring you a gift you'll never forget. He lets a drop of blood fall into the bird's beak. In an instant, his body feels drained, his face paling like a corpse. Little thing. You drained me. The bird blinks in confusion. Damn, what's going on? Lin Bei crouches closer, staring at it. Little guy, what's wrong with you? Suddenly, the bird's body trembles violently. It slams into Lin Bei's chest with a sharp peck. Lin Bei winces, rubbing his face where it hit. The bird bursts into laughter, tears streaming from its eyes. Why is it always me who suffers? I just wanted to cultivate in peace, but I was betrayed by my own Taoist companions. My body and my Tao were destroyed. And then I was forced into a master-servant contract. I didn't accept it. I finally found a chance to seize another body and got beaten by this brat. Lin Bei pressed his hand against his throat, his eyes narrowing. This magical beast, could it be mentally immature because of premature birth? The little golden bird twitched at his words, feathers bristling. It suddenly hopped forward, snapped its beak on Lin Bei's hand, and squawked furiously. "You're mentally immature. Your whole family is mentally immature." Lin Bei winced, shaking his hand in pain, as blood trickled down from the bite. "It hurts," he hissed, quickly grabbing the bird before it could hop away. But the creature suddenly collapsed to the ground, its small body trembling. The golden glow around it flickered. "This is the counterattack power of the holy bloodline," it muttered weakly. Lin Bei's sharp gaze locked on it. "What happened?" The bird gritted its tiny beak, glaring back at him with fierce eyes. "The body I took over was only a 3-star monster. If I can't resist this bloodline's backlash, I'll have no hope of revenge for the rest of my life. I must endure it." Suddenly, flames erupted around it. The bird's wings stretched wide as fire wrapped its small frame, and with just a drop of Lin Bei's blood, its body surged from 3-star to 4-star in an instant. The bird's voice shook with awe and bitterness. "Just one drop of blood, and I broke through. This bloodline, it's terrifying. If I had such a heaven-defying talent in my previous life, I wouldn't have stopped at the Emperor's realm. What a pity." The flames died down, and the bird landed softly on the ground, returning to its small, fluffy form. But its gaze on Lin Bei was sharper, colder. "With this guy by my side, my revenge is finally within reach." Lin Bei crouched down, lifting the bird gently into his palm. His tone softened, almost like he was speaking to a child. "Little one, you'll rely on me for life from now on. But you can't bite me again. Do you understand?" The bird twitched, clearly irritated, its eyes burning with hidden hatred. "Living under someone else's roof, I have no choice. But when I restore my cultivation with your blood, you'll be the first one I kill." Lin Bei smirked knowingly, brushing his thumb across its tiny head. "Since you're small and golden, I'll call you Xiao Jin." The bird scoffed with a sharp squawk, pretending to hate the name. But it didn't resist. Lin Bei straightened, his aura steady. "Xiao Jin, I want to refine this demon core. You'll protect me." With a flick of his hand, he split open the monster's corpse. A shimmering demon core rolled into his palm. "Here we go." He sat cross-legged, holding the core tightly as energy surged into his body. Waves of raw power pulsed outward, rattling the ground. Xiao Jin, perched a short distance away, squawked angrily. "Damn it! You really want me, a bird who just hatched, to protect you? Unbelievable." But even as he complained, his eyes widened in shock. For an ordinary warrior at the peak of Enlightenment Realm, refining a 2-star demon core would take 10 days. This guy, he's doing it in just one stick of incense. He stared in disbelief as Lin Bei absorbed every drop of energy, streams of light converging above his head. 6 orbs of energy swirled together, then shot into his body like lightning. A blinding flash exploded across the ground, shaking the forest. Smoke and dust filled the air. From within the haze, a figure stepped out, shirt torn apart, fists clenched, eyes burning with power. A 2-star demon core, and I broke through, from Enlightenment Realm straight to the first level of the Pulse Extension Realm. Lin Bei's voice trembled with excitement as he scooped Xiao Jin into his arms. "Xiao Jin, I succeeded." The bird glanced away, its cheeks faintly flushed. "This body, so delicious. Absorbing this blood feels intoxicating." Lin Bei lifted his gaze toward the horizon, a cold smile tugging at his lips. "Zifei, Mo Ying, tomorrow's wedding. I'll be there, and I'll bring you a gift you'll never forget." The next day, the Chuyan sect was bustling with noise, guests arriving in grand robes and laughter echoing in the courtyard. At the center, sect leader Mo stood proudly beside his daughter Mo Ying, welcoming guests with exaggerated warmth. "Yinger, once you marry Zifei, you must serve him well. You must not let him feel even a little unhappy." Mo Ying lowered her head slightly, smiling sweetly. "Father, Yinger understands." The sect leader laughed even louder. "Good. Zifei has already joined the Demon Sealing Hall and become a core disciple. After this marriage, our Chuyan sect will rise completely." His joy was cut short as 2 figures descended from the skies. Startled, sect leader Mo quickly bowed, voice trembling with respect. "I greet Elder Rao." The bald elder smiled faintly, his presence crushing like a mountain. "Sect leader Mo, no need to be so polite. From today onward, we're one family." This is Elder Rao Yu of the Demon Sealing Hall. Shifei's eyes gleam with determination as he rests his hand gently on Mo Ying's shoulder. With a confident smile, he says softly, "It's getting late. Let's start quickly." Mo Ying gazes back at him with tender eyes, her face glowing with quiet affection. But before the ceremony can begin, a deep voice echoes from behind. "Disciple of the Demon Sealing Hall, Zephyr, don't be so anxious. A bird doesn't fly until everyone has gathered." Zephyr bows his head slightly, forcing a respectful tone. The elder is right. Elder Rao steps forward, turning to the sect master. "Sect Master Mo, get ready." The sect master raises his hand and greets the crowd warmly. "Yes." Shifei and Mo Ying clasp hands tightly, their fingers intertwining as the hall begins to buzz. Then, one after another, gifts start pouring in. Fein Yao's sect presents a 2-star demon core to congratulate Mr. Z and Miss Mo on their wedding. Iron Fist sect presents a 2-star physical training pill. The Black Bear sect presents a 2-star Black Bear sword. The sect master's face twists with anger, whispering under his breath, "How could these sects ever be so polite to me?" And in the crowd, hidden beneath a dark hood, a man silently watches everything unfold. It's him, Lin Bei. A faint smirk creeps across his lips as he mutters, "Quite a few gifts indeed." Beside him, his monster bird Xiao Jin stretches its wings lazily, letting out a yawn as if bored. Someone nearby mutters uneasily, "Is this guy here to cause trouble?" Lin Bei's eyes scan the crowd and his expression hardens. Only one person here has reached the 5th level of the Pulse Extension Realm. Not bad. On stage, Sect Master Mo spreads his arms, voice booming. "Thank you all for attending my daughter's wedding to young Master Zai. Now, the wedding officially begins." The crowd cheers. Shifei turns to Mo Ying, holding her hand tightly. "Yinger." Her eyes shine. Yes. Both smile, ready to seal their vows. But suddenly, from the center of the hall, a voice roars like a blade cutting through silence. "Stop!" Gasps erupt as Lin Bei steps forward, hood falling back to reveal his face. Sect Master Mo tries to remain calm. "My friend, may I ask, what else?" Lin Bei's tone is sharp, mocking. "I also have a gift, a very big gift, and I haven't given it yet." The sect master forces a laugh, rubbing his palms together nervously. "Oh, and what might that be?" Lin Bei throws off his cloak, his killing intent crashing over the crowd like a storm. "The heads of you people!" Shock floods the hall. Elders, disciples, even Zifei and Mo Ying freeze in disbelief. A horrified voice cries out, "Isn't that Lin Bei of the Chuyun sect?" Sect Master Mo pointed at him, trembling. "You," he stammered before shouting. "His cultivation, has it recovered? In just 1 month, he's returned to the peak of the Enlightenment realm. What in the world is going on?" Mo Ying staggers back, eyes wide in terror. "Impossible! He was poisoned! His talent was destroyed! He fell off a cliff! How could he still be alive?" Zifei looks at her, jaw tightening. Lin Bei's voice rumbles low and furious. "Today is your death day." Shifei steps forward, laughing coldly. "Arrogant fool! How dare you say such words at my wedding?" Behind him, Mo Ying pleads, her voice shaking. "Zifei, be careful." But Zifei's confidence only grows. He's lost his physique. Even if he somehow clawed his way back this past month, he's nothing compared to me. Mo Ying tries to speak, but Zifei cuts her off sharply. "What? You think I'll lose? You look down on me?" Mo Ying shakes her head quickly, panicked. "No, that's not my intention." Zifei scoffs, pressing forward. "That's better." Now he stands face to face with Lin Bei. His tone shifts, heavy with false respect. "Lin Bei, I'll admit it. You're a peerless genius, perhaps the greatest of ancient times till now, possessing the 5 heavenly physiques. But I don't care what miracle dragged you back here today. It doesn't matter, because I'll make your death ugly." Lin Bei stares at him, unimpressed. "It seems your cultivation has grown a bit this month. But if you'd seen me in the past, you wouldn't even be able to finish a sentence in front of me." Shifei clenches his fists. "I don't waste words. In the past month, I've reached the 1st level of the Pulse Extension Realm. Not to mention you now, even you in your prime couldn't stand before me. Are you ready to die?" He turns to the audience, voice booming with pride. "Everyone, today was meant to be a day of great joy. But this Lin Bei dares to spit on my name. If I don't kill him here, where is the majesty of the Chuyun sect? Where is the majesty of the Yaoshan sect? Where is the majesty of my demon sealing hall? Today, I will end him with my own hands. From the back, a disciple whispers nervously to his companion. What's going on? Why can't I understand? The other answers quickly, eyes darting between the fighters. This Lin Bei, he was once no weaker than Mo Ling Yun, but now Zifei has already become a master of the Pulse Expansion realm, not to mention Elder Rao Yu, the elder of the Demon Sealing Hall. Isn't this just asking for death? Elder Rao watches quietly, his thoughts sharp as knives. Lin Bei lost all his talent. Why would he come here? He must have some hidden confidence, maybe even a conspiracy. Fine, I'll keep quiet and see what happens first. On stage, Zifei's fury boils over. Lin Bei, suffer death. He erupts with blinding energy, his body glowing with the terrifying aura of the boundless purgatory physique. One disciple gasps, "Is that the boundless purgatory body? Heavenly physique? That's terrifying." Another clenches his fists in awe. This murderous aura, it's overwhelming. Even though he's only at the first level of the Pulse Extension realm, it's not weaker than the second level. Shifei thrusts his fist forward, a storm of ki bursting out. Top grade yellow level technique, killing punch. The hall shakes as smoke and shockwaves tear through the floor. Mo Ying and her father stare through the haze. It seems Lin Bei is just pretending to be mysterious. But when the smoke clears, Lin Bei is standing unharmed, his expression cold, unshaken. Is the boundless purgatory body only this weak in you? Against me, it feels like nothing more than a scratch. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Zifei's confidence shatters, his voice cracking. Impossible! How could you resist that? Lin Bei's gaze sharpens, his tone like thunder. My turn. He blurs forward with frightening speed. Shifei can't even register the movement. A single strike slams into him. Blood bursting from his mouth as his body staggers back. You're in the Pulse Extension realm. Zifei stammers, his voice broken by pain. Lin Bei doesn't give him time to breathe. His palm whips across Zifei's face with brutal force, smashing him to the ground. Planting his foot on Zifei's head, Lin Bei glares down. You only have this little ability? You really disappoint me. The hall falls into stunned silence. Mo Ying's eyes widen in disbelief, her heart trembling. Impossible. Zifei couldn't even catch one move. How could this be? Her father stares, pale. Could it be Lin Bei has awakened a heaven-level physique again? Elder Rao's mind races. Zifei possesses the boundless purgatory body, strong enough to rival the second level of the Pulse Extension realm. That heavenly physique should crush ordinary warriors with ease. Yet he couldn't block even a single attack. This boy, what a monster. A twisted smile creeps across Elder Rao's lips as a darker thought slithers in. If Lin Bei truly awakened a more powerful heaven-level physique, this could be my opportunity. If I take it for myself, even the Hall Master will favor me. In the Demon Sealing Hall, I will stand second to none and above 10,000. His aura erupts violently, flooding the arena with pressure. You arrogant boy, how dare you cause trouble here? I'll kill you myself. Mo Ying and her father rush forward in alarm. Their thoughts scream with certainty. What is there to fear? Elder Rao is at the 5th level of the Pulse Extension realm. No matter how strong Lin Bei is, he cannot fight back. Elder Rao's leg rose high, then crashed down like a falling mountain. His strike crashes into Lin Bei, sending him skidding across the floor, blood streaking from his mouth, dragging himself up. Lin Bei wipes the blood from his lips, his eyes burning with defiance. Shifei, face swollen and trembling with rage, points at him and shouts, Elder Rao, don't kill him. Leave him to me. I'll slice him apart with 1,000 blades to relieve my hatred. Elder Rao sneers coldly, I know. But then, something stirs. Lin Bei glances at his monster bird. His voice is calm, commanding. 1, it's up to you. Xiao Jin, who had been drowsy this whole time, suddenly spreads its wings. Its golden eyes flare with terrifying light. Elder Rao turns, his instincts screaming. Oh, not good. In an instant, Xiao Jin fires a searing beam of light straight through Elder Rao's chest. A hole bursts open as blood sprays across the hall. Elder Rao stumbles, his voice breaking in horror. Hey, a 4-star magical beast. Elder Rao's body crashes to the ground with a heavy thud, lifeless. Mo Ying and her father freeze in horror, their eyes wide as if the world had stopped. The sect master collapses to his knees, his voice breaking with despair. It's over. Everything is over. This Lin Bei, he actually has a 4-star magical beast. Mo Ying trembles uncontrollably, her lips quivering. Elder Rao, actually. Shifei stares at the corpse, his face pale, his pride shattered. Elder Rao is dead. But before he can breathe, a shadow looms over him. A hand grabs his throat, lifting him off the ground. Lin Bei's cold eyes bore into him. Zifei, what did you just say? You want to cut me into pieces? Struggling in panic, Zifei stammers. Lin Bei, you killed the elder of the demon sealing hall. You can't kill me. If you dare. Lin Bei's gaze hardens, his tone colder than steel. Oh? Shifei's voice trembles, desperate now. I've become a core disciple of the demon sealing hall. The hall master favors me very much. Not only that, my 4 brothers have all joined the top sex. If you let me go, how about we just forget everything? For a moment, Lin Bei's lips curl into a faint smile. You're right, I'm moved. Shifei's hope sparks again. Yes, then let go of me quickly. I swear I'll never pursue this matter again. Lin Bei suddenly releases his grip. Shifei drops hard to the floor, gasping for air. Ha! But inside, his heart burns with venom. Lin Bei, when I return to the demon sealing hall, I'll make the hall master capture you alive. I'll repay you 1,000-fold for today's shame. In the next instant, Lin Bei is already in front of him. His eyes pierce straight through Zifei's last illusion. Are you still delusional? Do you really think your hall master will come to wash away today's shame for you? Shifei's confidence collapses. Fear floods his voice. I definitely don't have that idea. Lin Bei smirks coldly. Zifei, you're too stupid. From the moment your father stole my physique, you should have known. His hand thrusts forward, piercing Zifei's chest clean through. I will never let you go. Zifei's eyes widen in disbelief. Blood spills from his lips as his body crumbles to the ground. His story ends in silence. The sect master's face drains of all color. His voice trembles with despair, like a man who has already accepted death. It's over. It's over. Mo Ying is paralyzed, her body shaking violently. She can't speak, only stare in terror at the man she once betrayed. Lin Bei's eyes shift to her and her father, colder than ice. Mo Ling Yun, if you had known today would come, why bother? The sect master breaks completely. He collapses at Lin Bei's feet, crying, begging. Lin Bei, I trained you for so many years. Please let me live. From now on, I'll hide away in the mountains and forests. I'll live in seclusion. Just let me survive. Lin Bei studies him with contempt. Tell me what you did. Maybe then I'll spare you. Hope flickers in Mo Ling Yun's eyes. Really? Truly? Inside, he laughs to himself. Reputation is nothing. Cultivation is nothing. As long as I can save my life today, I'll have a chance to rise again. It's a deal. He drops to the ground, weeping bitterly in front of everyone. Everyone, the disaster my Chuyin sect suffered today was all caused by me. I regret it. I regret everything. To achieve success in the future, I betrayed my best disciple. I poisoned Lin Bei in secret. I sealed his cultivation. Mo Ying's lips quivered, and in frustration she bit down hard. The elders around them erupt in shock. What? The sect master continues, his voice cracking, but his confession spilling out like poison. And I allowed Ziping-Q to strip away Lin Bei's physique. An elder leaps forward, pointing at him furiously. Mo Ling Yun, I didn't expect you to be such a despicable, shameless man. One by one, the elders turn their backs. Fortunate for me, I once regarded you as a close friend, and yet you're nothing but filth. I, Xiong Podian, misjudged you completely. The hall empties rapidly. Elders, disciples, allies, all leave, their hearts filled with disgust. A disciple murmurs as he walks out, his voice heavy with sorrow. I didn't expect the sect master to be this kind of man. Senior brother, I'm truly wronged. Alas, slowly, the once proud Chuyin sect crumbles into silence. Only Mo Ling Yun and Mo Ying remain, trembling in despair before Lin Bei. Watching everyone scatter, Lin Bei's thoughts are cold and sharp. This group of cowards, afraid of being dragged down by me. No wonder they slipped away so quickly. Lin Bei steps forward, his shadow looming over Mo Ying. Mo Ying tilts his head up, trembling, his eyes filled with fear. Lin Bei's gaze is like ice, his voice cutting sharp. Mo Ying, I was sincere to you, and yet you've disappointed me more than anyone. From behind, the sect leader stammers, his voice desperate. Lin Bei, I've done everything you asked. Can you at least let me? Lin Bei turns his cold stare on him, pointing a finger and laughing bitterly. Mo Lingyun, do you really think I'd let you walk away alive? Idiot. The sect leader collapses to the ground, clutching his chest. You don't keep your word. But before he can beg again, Lin Bei suddenly unleashes a violent strike. A massive force slams down on him, crushing him into the ground. Dust swirls. The sect leader coughs blood, lying broken at Lin Bei's feet. Lin Bei looks down, his tone merciless. To betray trust is to abandon humanity. For beasts like you, leaving your body whole is already the greatest kindness I can give. Mo Ying's eyes widen in despair. She stares at the corpse and whispers weakly, Father. Lin Bei slowly turns to him, every step echoing, It's your turn. But instead of begging, Mo Ying suddenly breaks into a twisted laugh, her face contorted. We're all to blame for this, Lin Bei. Her eyes flare with madness as she points at Lin Bei. If I had killed you completely that day, none of this would have happened. She laughs harder, hysterical, almost deranged. Lin Bei, even if you kill us, you won't live long. You killed Zifei. Do you think the world will let you move forward? Not just the demon's sealing hall. Every top force will hunt you to the ends of the earth. His laughter grows louder, sharper. I'll be waiting for you. In hell. And then, blood bursts from his mouth. His body convulses and collapses, lifeless on the ground. Lin Bei doesn't even flinch. His cold eyes linger only a second before he scoffs. Mph. He lowers his voice, thoughtful. But what Mo Ying said is true. The road ahead will be harder than ever. Still, every burden, every enemy, will become the fire that tempers me. His expression sharpens into iron resolve. I, Lin Bei, am destined to stand above this world. Not far away, Xiao Jin watches with a mocking smirk. His thoughts twist with arrogance. A little brat in the pulse extension realm, daring to speak so arrogantly. But as his gaze lingers on Lin Bei's determined face, the smirk fades into curiosity. Still, I'll wait and see just how far you can really go. Meanwhile, deep inside the demon's sealing hall, a massive hall lit with flickering torches. At the very center, a heavy-set man sits high upon an ornate chair. His laughter shakes the chamber. Standing before him, bowing humbly, is Zi Pingqiu. The man speaks, voice booming. Sectmaster Zai, please, sit. There's no need to be so restrained. Pingqiu quickly shakes his head. No, I can just stand. The man's lips curl into a faint smile. Sectmaster Z, you're far too cautious. This man is none other than Heavenly Master 2, the Lord of the Demon's Sealing Hall. He leans forward, gesturing warmly. Since your son Zifei has already pledged to me, we're one family now. Why keep your distance? Sit. Pingqiu swallows and finally lowers himself. Thank you, Heavenly Master 2, for granting me a seat. Just then, the sound of footsteps. A masked man approaches swiftly, bows, and whispers, Report! Tu leans closer. The masked man murmurs something into his ear. Tu's expression hardens. He raises a hand suddenly, halting Pingqiu. Sect Master Z, wait. Pingqiu freezes. What's wrong? Tu's eyes narrow. Lin Bei of Chuyun Sect has returned. He killed Mo Lingyun and Mo Ying. Pingqiu's face drains of color. He stumbles back, muttering, Lin Bei, impossible! Master 2 continues coldly. Not only that, your son Zifei is also dead, and the demon's sealing hall has lost an elder. Pingqiu's knees nearly buckle. His voice shakes. How can that be? Elder Rao. He was at the 5th level of the pulse extension realm. How could even he? But Tu's eyes gleam red, a dangerous light piercing through the hall. It seems Lin Bei harbors a terrifying secret. He turns sharply to Pingqiu. Sect Master Z, you're not hiding anything from us, are you? Pingqiu waves his hands desperately. Absolutely not. Tu studies him in silence, his face unreadable. Then, with a faint smile, he calls out, Elder Zhao. A woman steps forward from the shadows. Yes, Hallmaster. Tu's voice thunders. This Lin Bei killed my elder, slaughtered my core members. He deserves nothing but death. Bring him to me. Elder Zhao bows deeply. Yes, Master. Tu leans back, laughter rolling darkly from his chest. What a pity, though. The boundless purgatory body has been lost. Pingqiu lowers his gaze, rage twisting in his heart. Lin Bei, you and I are enemies until death. Deep inside the Chuyun Sect's secret mine, Lin Bei's hand trembled as he lifted a worn storage pouch. His eyes widened in disbelief. It was overflowing with treasure. Spirit stones, rare herbs, weapons, and shining ores spilled inside, and at the center, he realized with a stunned grin, all the treasures of heaven and earth that Mo Ling Yun, that old dog, had plundered for so many years, are all mine. Clenching his fist in excitement, Lin Bei whispered to himself, "What's even more surprising is, there are actually 2 3-star demon cores among them. If I refine them, I might directly break through to the 3rd level of the pulse extension realm." His breath quickened, a fire of ambition flickering in his eyes. Beside him, Xiao Jin leaned lazily against a rock, glancing at the loot with a mocking smile. In his mind, he scoffed, "Such a little pile of rubbish is treated as treasure by you. I remember, in my heavenly palace, treasures like these weren't even worth lifting a finger. Spiritual weapons, magic artifacts, they were stacked in entire rooms." His expression softened for a moment, a flicker of longing crossing his face. "I really miss those days, when I lounged on top-grade amethyst and white jade beds, eating elixirs like candy." Lin Bei noticed his companion's distant gaze. With a small smile, he pulled out a pill and held it out. "Well, you've helped me so much. This is for you." Xiao Jin stared at the pill in disbelief, his thoughts curled in disdain. The lower-level yellow grade. Even dogs wouldn't eat this garbage. He glared at it for a while, his pride resisting. But then, with a sigh, he gave in. Forget it. Better than nothing. He's swallowing it whole. Lin Bei chuckled softly as he grabbed Xiao Jin. "Let's go." Soon Lin Bei descended the mountain path. His voice was steady, yet edged with a dark shadow. "I think back when I went for revenge. At that time, not just the people of this sect, even the flowers, the cats, the dogs, I would have killed them all. Even if it were just an egg yolk, I'd shatter it apart." Xiao Jin watched him carefully, narrowing his eyes. Inwardly, he sighed. "Oh, this kid. You're still too soft-hearted. Not only did you let people go, you let the Chuyan sect remain standing." And right then, behind them, a thunderous explosion erupted. The mountain shook as flames engulfed what remained of the Chuyan sect. Lin Bei only gave a faint smile as he walked away, leaving destruction in his wake. Xiao Jin exhaled through his nose, almost like a laugh. What a sinister boy. Half a month later, at the eastern Xinjiang border, Lin Bei rode on the back of a sturdy bull, his posture calm but his eyes heavy with responsibility. Behind him stretched a long line of villagers, men, women, elders, and children who now followed him wherever he went. The old man walked beside the bull, grinning with pride. "Village chief, our team is getting stronger and stronger." Lin Bei gave a small nod, forcing a smile. Yes. But inside, his thoughts weighed heavily. Unexpectedly, I, Lin Bei, was just fleeing for my life, and yet I ended up escaping with a group of common people. His mind replayed the moment, the old village chief kneeling before him, voice trembling. "Young master, from now on, you will be our village chief." And the other reason, supporting the old and caring for the young. Some of the elderly villagers had tried to stop him, bowing deeply. "Taking us with you will only drag you down." But the old chief had laughed heartily, clapping his hands. "Nonsense! Our new village chief is extraordinary." Lin Bei sighed quietly, looking over the large group trailing him. Alas. But such a large number of people only shows how miserable the people of eastern Xinjiang were, under the oppression of the Chuyan sect. Straightening his back atop the bull, he declared, "As long as we pass this desert, we'll reach southern Xinjiang. Once we arrive, we'll settle down and find a way out." The old man stepped forward again, reporting carefully, "Village chief, according to your request, among the people on this road, about 120 young men can practice. All of them have received the Green Ox body refining art." Lin Bei nodded firmly. "Good. Though this technique is only the simplest method of body refining, it's enough for them to reach the first level of enlightenment. That alone is a step into the martial arts." The old man hesitated, then asked boldly, "Village chief, since our numbers keep growing, perhaps you could consider establishing a sect in southern Xinjiang?" Lin Bei froze for a moment, his eyes flickered with hesitation. Establish a sect? Meanwhile, far away, in a desolate stretch of land, several rugged men waited in ambush. One of them grinned, cracking his knuckles. "According to the tip, Lin Bei will definitely pass here. When he does, capture him alive and deliver him to the demon sealing hall." Another man wearing a straw hat smirked darkly. That day will be a great day for us brothers. Not far away, Elder Zhao of the Demon Sealing Hall sat in silence, his lips curling into a thin, knowing smile. The old man raised his finger toward the distance, his tone respectful yet urgent. Sectmaster, there is a crescent moon spring ahead where you can rest. Lin Bei's brow twitched slightly. In his heart, he thought, he already changed my name to Sectmaster this quickly. A faint, awkward smile curved on his lips as he replied calmly, "All right, we'll take a break there." But far away, on a high cliff, the same two men watched Lin Bei's group from above. One of them narrowed his eyes. What's going on? Why did Lin Bei bring so many people? The man in the straw hat leaned forward, stunned. No. Wait, he took the entire Chuyan sect with him. Elder Zhao scoffed beside him. Stupid pig. Look closer. Aside from the old, weak, sick, and crippled, the rest are just ordinary young folks. There's nothing to worry about. Meanwhile, Lin Bei sat calmly atop his bowl, glancing at the group with a distant expression. So, the news has already spread to these clowns. What a pity. They're nothing but chickens and stray dogs. His voice carried no weight of concern. Then his eyes sharpened. I'll go deal with this myself. The old man immediately bowed, his voice worried. Sectmaster, please be careful. Up on the cliff, a group of men appeared, laughing as they walked forward arrogantly. One of them called down, Lin Bei, there is a way to heaven, but you refuse to walk it. Yet you forcefully break into Hell's Gate. You dare defend the Demon Sealing Hall. Today, your life ends. Lin Bei raised his hand with a dismissive gesture. Just come. The bandits roared, weapons gleaming. Come on, brothers. Prosperity and wealth are before your eyes. They charged down the cliff like wild beasts. Lin Bei let out a bored sigh, his fist tightening. Alas. His arm whipped back, power gathering. In the blink of an eye, he unleashed a devastating punch forward. The strike cracked the air, pulverizing a boulder into fragments. Shockwaves tore across the battlefield as men screamed, flung aside like broken dolls. Bodies scattered across the ground. Elder Zhao himself was thrown violently, rolling down before lying in the dust. Groaning, he weakly opened an eye, a twisted smile creeping onto his face. The old man approached Lin Bei, his voice filled with admiration. Sectmaster, countless people have tried to capture you along the way, yet not one could withstand your punch. Lin Bei shook his head, calm as ever. They're just a bunch of fools who cling to power. But what puzzles me is, why has no one from the Demon Sealing Hall or the Yaodian sect appeared yet? The old man quickly reassured him. After we pass this oasis, we'll reach southern Xinjiang. Sectmaster, there is no need to worry too much. Fine. Lin Bei's eyes hardened. Arrange for everyone to rest. Once ready, we'll move into southern Xinjiang. The old man replied calmly, Yes, Sectmaster. Meanwhile, the attackers lay groaning in the dust. One man clutched his bleeding arm. Another coughed violently with cloth stuffed in his mouth to stop blood. Their moans filled the silence. High above, Lin Bei looked down at the villagers from a rock ledge, his thoughts drifting. Maybe I can truly establish my own sect? But just as that thought lingered, he suddenly felt a sharp presence. A dagger pressed coldly against his back. Elder Zhao from the Demon Sealing Hall whispered with a cruel smirk, Lin Bei, don't move. Lin Bei stiffened slightly, his eyes narrowing. Zhao sneered, mocking. Indeed, just a young brat with no sense of defense. Lin Bei turned his head slightly, his voice low. Who are you? Elder Zhao straightened his hair and replied proudly, I am Zhao Qing, elder of the Demon Sealing Hall. His eyes glimmered with malice. I know you have a terrifying monster by your side, but at this distance, even if it appears, you won't escape me. If you dare move recklessly, I'll kill you instantly. Lin Bei glared at him coldly, saying nothing. But then, with calm defiance, he spoke. If you really wanted to kill me, you would have done it already. What's your true purpose? You didn't come here just to talk. Zhao Qing chuckled darkly. Quite a smart boy. It's simple. I want your physique. Lin Bei's eyes sharpened like blades. You'd steal my physique without permission? Aren't you afraid of the Demon Sealing Hall's revenge? Zhao Qing's grin twisted. If I can obtain a heaven-level physique, what's there to fear, even if they seek revenge? Her eyes glowed red with greed. But you're a freak of nature. You possess 5 heaven physiques. Even if one is taken away, you awaken another. A true monster. Lin Bei smirked faintly. Or maybe that's what you call genius. Zhao Qing's lips curved into a cold smile. Alas! Red energy surged into his palms, crackling ominously. Unfortunately, you're about to become useless once again. With a vicious thrust, he slammed his hand onto Lin Bei's back. Red energy exploded, flooding into Lin Bei's body. Then, with a hiss, Zhao Qing opened his mouth unnaturally wide, her jaw distorting like a beast. A horrific suction force pulled at Lin Bei's blood, dragging crimson energy out from his back and into Zhao Qing's palm. Lin Bei's eyes narrowed, his voice like ice. "Too bad. It's you." In the next instant, an overwhelming surge of power erupted from his body, blasting Zhao Qing away like a rag doll. The elder skidded across the ground, coughing violently before forcing himself to stop. Zhao Qing's eyes widened in disbelief. "You've already reached the 4th level of the Pulse Extension Realm." Inside her mind, a chilling thought gnaws at him. What kind of monster is this? I've been cultivating for so many years, and yet I'm only at the 6th level of the Pulse Extension Realm. But this kid, in such a short time, her fists tremble, her heart sinking with every step Lin Bei takes forward. Lin Bei walks calmly, his expression dripping with arrogance. Then, with a faint smirk curling his lips, he declares, "I said, I am a genius." That line slices straight through Zhao Qing's confidence. Her pupils shrank as she muttered, "Miscalculated. I have to withdraw." She turned away, panic written all over her face. But just then, Lin Bei's robe suddenly stirs. From inside, Xiao Jin's tiny head pops out, eyes gleaming with fiery mischief. With a sharp cry, the little bird shoots forward, cutting through the air like lightning. Elder Zhao Qing freezes in shock. "Wait!" But before he can even finish his words, Xiao Jin unleashes a ferocious energy blast. The attack is so overwhelming, so merciless, that in the very next instant, Zhao Qing's entire body disintegrates into ashes. Nothing remains of him, not even his name. Only a single shoe lies on the ground, smoldering. Xiao Jin flutters back lazily, slipping into Lin Bei's robes once again. He mutters to himself in disdain, "Such a trivial thing. Disturbing my sleep, huh?" Then he closes his eyes, as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, a few villagers who heard the distant blast rush over, their faces filled with worry. "Village chief, what happened?" Lin Bei doesn't even glance back at the ashes. His tone is calm, steady, almost indifferent. "A little thing. It doesn't matter. Let everyone pack their bags. Get ready to move." The old man bows quickly, not daring to ask further. "Yes." Hours later, their caravan finally approaches Qingshui City, deep within southern Xinjiang. The towering gates loom ahead, but instead of relief, unease fills the air. The old man looks around with suspicion. "We've finally arrived." He laughs, but Lin Bei's eyes narrow. Something doesn't seem right. And indeed, the old man notices it too. Countless townsfolk rushing out of the city, their faces pale, their belongings stuffed hastily into sacks. He stops one man, grabbing him by the arm. "Brother, why are so many people leaving in such a hurry? Has something happened in the city?" The man eyes them cautiously. "Are you people fleeing from afar?" "Yes," the old man nods. The man sighs. "Then you've come to the wrong place. My advice, leave as soon as you can." The old man frowns. "Why? What happened?" The man lowers his voice, explaining quickly. "Recently, a group of bandits invaded Qingshui City. They burn, they kill, they loot. The moment they arrived, they slaughtered without mercy. Even the lord of Qingshui City was killed. And now everyone here lives in fear, waiting for their turn." Lin Bei's sharp gaze pierces through the man's words. "What was the cultivation level of the city lord? And these bandits, what realm are they in?" The man gulps. The city lord was said to be at the 2nd level of the Pulse Extension Realm, but he was killed in just 3 moves. It's estimated that the bandit leader has at least reached the 4th level. Shaking his head, the man warns once again, "Really, you should leave while you still can." Then he hurries off with his belongings. The old man turns to Lin Bei, worried. "Village chief, then we—" But Lin Bei cuts him off with a calm grin. "If only the 4th level of Pulse Extension Realm, then there's nothing to worry about. Come on, let's enter the city. I'd like to meet these so-called bandits myself." As they step closer, chaos unfolds before Lin Bei's eyes. The city streets are in turmoil, cries echoing through alleys, merchants abandoning shops, families fleeing with fear etched on their faces. Lin Bei watches silently, then mutters to himself with a cunning smile, "Qingshui City, not too small either. Taking it as my own wouldn't be a bad idea. A stronghold of my own." Meanwhile, inside the city lord's mansion, a woman sits high upon a grand chair, her presence radiating authority. The woman suddenly stood before him and asked, "The people in the city, Did they flee in panic? One of her subordinates answered her. Chief, he says, his voice filled with resentment. The people of Qingshui City panic and flee as if we were monsters. The city lord was a corrupt fool with no conscience. We're just delivering justice for the heavens. And yet, they treat us like evil ghosts. It makes my blood boil. Inside the mansion, the chief sat silently, hand pressed against her cheek. For a moment, she looked lost in thought, her expression heavy. Alas, she whispered under her breath. But before the mood could sink further, the gates of the hall creaked open. A subordinate rushed in, panting. Chief, a large number of fleeing people have appeared outside. The chief's head snapped up, her eyes lighting with sudden excitement. Really? Absolutely true, the man confirmed. Her lips curled into a grin. Where are they? At the inn, resting. Good. Come. The chief strode forward with energy, her voice carrying power. Follow me. We'll meet them now. Cut to the other side of town. At a modest inn, Lin Bei sat calmly in the main hall, sipping wine as though none of this chaos touched him. The innkeeper, a nervous little man, leaned close. Young master, I advise you to leave as soon as possible. Qingshui City is no place for long-term residents. But Lin Bei only waved his hand casually. No problem, just serve the food quickly. The innkeeper, clearly unsettled, bowed and slipped away, muttering, Alas. Outside, the sound of horses' hooves thundered closer. The chief herself appeared, mounted on a tall horse, her subordinates trailing behind. Lin Bei's eyes glinted with a faint smile. The bandits, already here. The old man at his side grew pale. Village chief. Lin Bei raised his hand calmly. No problem. The chief spotted him immediately. Her voice rang loud and sharp. Are you the ones who came here escaping? Lin Bei said with a faint smile. Exactly. Without hesitation, the chief leapt down from her horse and strode inside, straight toward him. For a brief, tense moment, the air was heavy. Everyone thought a fight would break out. And then, she threw her arms around Lin Bei, clinging to him tightly as tears welled up in her eyes. Wow, you're such a good person. The entire crew froze. Her subordinates' jaws dropped in shock, their minds chanting the same desperate thought. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know her. Lin Bei's eyes widened, visibly embarrassed. He pulled her hands off gently, muttering, You. If you've got something to say, then say it properly. The chief flushed red, coughing awkwardly. This isn't the place to talk. Let's go inside. A little later, they sat across from each other inside a quiet room of the inn. The chief extended her hand earnestly. Since you are refugees, then please stay in Qingshui City from now on. Her voice carried hope, even excitement. My men will help settle all the people you've brought. Lin Bei studied her silently, his face turning serious. And you're not afraid that I might be a dangerous man? A sinister person, she snorted, her eyes flashing with confidence. If I can seize this Qingshui City, then I can certainly protect it as well. Lin Bei's lips curled into a teasing smile. What if I told you I've already offended the Demon Sealing Hall? The words slammed into the room like thunder. Her two subordinates stiffened instantly, eyes bulging. Demon Sealing Hall. You've offended the Demon Sealing Hall. Lin Bei spread his palm flat, his tone calm but sharp as steel. Yes, I killed one of their core disciples, and an elder. The chief's breath caught. She staggered slightly. What? The Demon Sealing Hall is far away in eastern Xinjiang. This is southern Xinjiang, she shouted, trying to reassure herself. Their hand can't even reach this far. I can still cover it. Lin Bei chuckled darkly. Oh? In that case, what if I add the Burning Sun sect, the Endless Sword sect, the Nishui Hall, and the Tiandao sect? The chief's face froze. Her subordinates' mouths fell open. She forced a weak laugh, her expression turning stiff. The Burning Sun sect and Tiandao sect are in northern Xinjiang. Endless Sword sect and Nishui Hall are in the west. Ha ha ha. Let me remind you again, this is southern Xinjiang. Lin Bei rose slowly from his seat, his presence pressing down on everyone in the room. Unexpectedly, you are quite courageous. But before the chief could answer, her knees suddenly buckled. Both she and her subordinates collapsed to the floor at once, fainting in a heap. Lin Bei stared down at them in silence. Then, clapping his hands once with disappointment, he smirked. I thought she was brave. Alas. Just then, the old man entered cautiously, his eyes widening at the sight. Village chief, this is... Lin Bei waved dismissively. It's fine. Just fainted from fright. Arrange a few people to carry them out. We're heading to the city lord's mansion." The old man straightened up at once. "Yes, sect leader." A short while later, the chief and her unconscious followers were being carried away by Lin Bei. But as they passed through the streets, one of her men, the burly subordinate, suddenly stirred. His eyelids trembled, then slowly opened. Lin Bei walked calmly ahead. Behind him, the villagers followed in a hushed line, whispering nervously as they passed through the streets. One man muttered under his breath, "I thought we were being taken advantage of, but this feels like a living hell." Beside him, a woman pressed her palm to her face, her voice trembling. "Alas, this Qingshui city is too dangerous. No, I must run away as soon as possible." The scene cut away. Far to the east, inside the ominous demon ceiling hall, in a grand, dimly lit chamber, Master Tu sat on his high seat, draped in dark robes, his face calm yet unreadable. His voice echoed through the hall. "Everyone, Elder Rao made a mistake. He is dead. Elder Zhao has no bones left." He paused, then a faint, chilling smile spread across his lips. "What do you think of this matter?" One of the elders exhaled deeply, shaking his head. There must be a greater secret hidden within Lin Bei. Otherwise, Elder Zhao would never have failed. He hesitated, then looked at Master Tu. "But now that Lin Bei has settled in the south, for us to intervene directly is difficult. What's more, the 4-border competition. Yes, the competition is about to begin." The entire hall murmured at those words. The 4-border competition, boundless purgatory body. Master Tu's smile lingered as he nodded slowly. However, the Burning Sun sect, the Tiandao sect, the Endless Sword sect, and Nishui Hall all have children born with heaven-grade physiques. He rose from his seat, his robe sweeping the ground like a shadow. "Regarding Lin Bei, we will discuss again later. For now, focus on training your disciples. We must compete in the 4-border competition." The elders bowed in unison. "Yes, Master Tu." After that, Master Tu waved his hand at the elders and said sternly, "Back off." They left silently, but when the chamber was empty, Master Tu remained frozen on the dais. His smile twisted into a snarl. His veins bulged, his eyes burned red, and his features warped into something monstrous. "It makes me angry. It makes me angry." His roar shook the hall. "You sons of bitches! What's the point of keeping useless trash around?" His voice cracked with fury, his form shifting into a wrathful beast. "Lin Bei, a mere nobody from a small sect, and you can't even bring him back. Because of this, the 4-border competition will be ruined again. Over. Again." Meanwhile, in the Yao Tian sect hall, Pingqiu sat stiffly, hand over his cheek, eyes bloodshot. "Have all the letters been sent?" A servant bowed low. "Yes, sect master, they have been sent to the 4 young masters." Pingqiu's lips trembled, his eyes filling with tears. "Very good." His voice broke with grief and fury. "I will eat Lin Bei alive to avenge my fallen child. I still have 4 good children left." The servant hesitated, then handed him a sealed reply. "Sect master, a letter has returned. It would be best if you read it yourself." Pingqiu's hand shook violently as he broke the seal. His eyes darted across the page and then widened in disbelief. His body trembled, and suddenly blood spurted from his mouth, splattering the ground. The letter read, "Father, the 4-border competition is coming soon. I must devote myself to cultivation, to seize opportunities for our sect. 5th brother's revenge will be avenged. One day." Pingqiu vision blurring, his chest heaving with rage. Unfilial children! Unfilial children! Back in Qingshui City, the chief stirred faintly, her eyes fluttering open. She clutched her forehead, drenched in sweat. I seem to have had a nightmare." Her bald subordinate staggered over, pale-faced. "So did we." The chief glanced around, her eyes widening. She was surrounded by her subordinates, all groaning and shaking their heads. Relief washed over her as she exhaled. This dream was too terrifying. How could someone continuously offend the Demon Ceiling Hall, the Burning Sun sect, the Heavenly Blade sect, and so many other forces? Impossible. Her subordinates nodded eagerly, faces lighting up with hope. "That's right! That's right!" But then, a cold voice cut through the air. Not a dream. Lightning might as well have struck them all. The chief and her men froze, their faces draining of color. Footsteps echoed behind them. "Everyone, are you awake?" They turned slowly, terror creeping into their veins. And there he was, Lin Bei, walking into the hall as calm as ever. The chief's eyes went wide. "You." Lin Bei sat down casually, resting hand on the arm of a chair. His tone was relaxed, yet it carried an undeniable authority. "It was fate that we met. From now on, you will follow me. Any objections?" The chief's lips curled into an awkward smile as he rubbed his palms together nervously. Can I choose to leave?" Lin Bei's smile deepened, his eyes gleaming. "You can." The chief exhaled with relief, motioning to his men. They began walking toward the exit quickly, eager to escape. But just as they reached the doors, Lin Bei's calm voice rang out again. "Just go out lying down." They froze in place. Cold sweat poured down the chief's face. He turned back slowly, hands raised in surrender. Can't we really discuss this?" Lin Bei's expression hardened, his voice sharp as steel. "Cannot." The chief's legs trembled, his face twisting in despair. Tears welled in his eyes as he muttered inside, "Why am I so unlucky? Why do I always run into disasters like this?" Lin Bei sat back in the chair like a calm ruler, one hand resting on the armrest. His voice was steady, yet carried weight. "I've just arrived at the southern border. Tell me about the situation here." The chief drew a deep, shaky breath, about to speak, when suddenly the hall doors swung open. A guard rushed inside, his face pale. "Secmaster, it's not good." Lin Bei's eyes sharpened instantly. The old man stepped forward quickly, bowing. "A person has come outside. He claims to be the envoy of Liangyi Palace. He asks you to come out and meet him." Lin Bei's hand moved slowly to his chin with a calm smirk. "Liangyi Palace." The chief's voice trembled as he quickly explained. "Liangyi Palace is a first-rate force in the southern border, not as strong as the Demon Sealing Hall, but still a power that cannot be underestimated." "I see." Lin Bei's tone remained casual. He reached into his robes and pulled out Xiao Jin, the little golden bird. Stroking its feathers, he whispered, "Little guy, can you sense his cultivation? Can you beat him?" Xiao Jin ruffled his feathers irritably, eyes sparking with annoyance. He smacked Lin Bei's cheek with his wing and muttered to himself, "He's just a third level in the pulse extension realm. And for this small fry, you woke me up?" Lin Bei chuckled softly, rubbing his cheek where Xiao Jin had hit him. "Seems I deserved that one." Then his smile vanished, his expression turning cold and commanding. "Tell him this. If he wants to come in, then come in himself. If not, get out." The old man bowed. "Yes, Secmaster." Off to the side, the bald subordinate and his partner exchanged glances, muttering under their breath. The chief spread his hands helplessly, his thoughts swirling. "Now I understand why he's offended so many sects. This young man is crazy." Outside Qingshui City's mansion, a grand carriage arrived, carried by armored guards. Inside sat a young man dressed in elegant robes, his face handsome yet brimming with arrogance. Jiang Feizhuo, core disciple of Liangyi Palace. One of the guards bent forward respectfully. "Young master, this Qingshui City is a small, pitiful border town. The warriors here are weak. Why even bother?" Jiang Feizhuo smirked coldly. The Four Borders competition isn't only about comparing outstanding disciples. It's also about the heritage of each territory. Naturally, the more cannon fodder, the better. After all, someone has to die. The guard laughed. "That's it. Young master is wise indeed." Jiang Feizhuo's gaze darkened, his smile turning sinister. "I heard the city lord of Qingshui City has just changed hands, and, naturally, he must have gathered some high-quality cannon fodder. When we tell them about the Four Borders competition, the city lord will kneel instantly, thanking me for giving them a chance to die for glory." His guard clapped enthusiastically. As expected of young master, such foresight, such resourcefulness. But another guard frowned, his face serious. Then, "Why hasn't the new city lord shown himself yet?" Jiang Feizhuo waved his hand casually. Once they hear the name Liangyi Palace, they're probably scrambling to prepare their grandest welcome. Let's wait a little longer. The carriage rolled slowly to a halt before Qingshui's gates. But before the guards could call out, a shadow stepped forward. It was none other than the chief, trembling slightly. She recalled what had happened a short while ago. Just as the old man was about to leave, Lin Bei stopped him with a single word. "Wait." His gaze shifted to the chief, his finger pointing straight at her. "I've thought about it. You'd better go." The chief froze like a stone, her breath caught in her throat. A suffocating silence pressed down. Back in the present, The Liangyi guards' eyes lit up when they saw her. One of them sneered. Sure enough, as the young master predicted, someone has come out. He stepped forward, glaring at the chief. Are you the lord of Qingshui City? Why don't you kneel when you see the young master of Liangyi Palace? The chief's legs trembled. I am not the city lord. From inside the carriage, Zhang Feizhuo's cold voice snapped. How presumptuous. It is an honor that I've come to Qingshui City personally. And yet, you dare not kneel? The same sycophantic guard quickly stepped forward, bowing. Young master, this remote town may not understand proper etiquette. Let's go inside first. It's time you rested. But Zhang Feizhuo's face hardened, his voice icy with anger. Another guard barked, lead the way. The chief hesitated, her mind racing. Finally, she stammered. Our city lord said, if you want to see him, then enter in person. If not, get out. What? The guard's face twisted with fury, a violent surge of energy bursting from his body as he roared, arrogant! The chief quickly backed away, bowing her head in panic. The words have been delivered. I will leave first. She turned and slipped back toward the city, her heart pounding. Inside the carriage, Zhang Feizhuo's eyes narrowed, his anger barely restrained. His voice was low, but it carried a dangerous edge. Come with me. I want to see just how capable this so-called city lord of Qingshui City is. Inside the city lord's hall, the chief stood nervously before Lin Bei. His voice carried hesitation as he reported, the words have been delivered. Lin Bei leaned back in his chair, calm and indifferent, almost bored, replying, very good. Just then, footsteps echoed across the hall. Zhang Feizhuo strode in with his guards, eyes immediately locking onto Lin Bei. His thoughts twisted with disdain. It's just a piece of trash at the second level of the pulse extension realm. Taking a sharp breath, he introduced himself with arrogance. I am the young master of Liangyi Palace, Zhang Feizhuo. Are you the lord of Qingshui City? Lin Bei casually stuck a finger in his ear, unfazed. Yes, it's me. Zhang Feizhuo's composure cracked. He jabbed a finger at Lin Bei, shouting furiously, what's your attitude? Come down here and talk. Lin Bei's expression hardened, voice cutting coldly through the hall. Do you deserve it? The insult sent Zhang Feizhuo's temper boiling. It's really crazy. Do you know what kind of existence our Liangyi Palace is? To destroy your Qingshui City would be nothing more than raising a hand. Lin Bei gripped the armrest of his chair, the veins in his hand tightening with suppressed rage. Then, releasing the pressure, he steadied his tone, cold as ice. You can give it a try. Zhang Feizhuo clenched his eyes shut, forcing himself to calm down. Breathe. The bigger picture matters. This boy is just an ignorant villager. He doesn't understand the weight of Liangyi Palace. Repeating it in his mind, he exhaled, then masked his fury with a smile. Lord of Qingshui City, I am here to give you a great opportunity. The Four Borders competition is about to begin. I allow you, Qingshui City, to bring warriors into our Liangyi Palace and participate. Lin Bei's lips curved into a faint smile. Four Borders competition. Zhang Feizhuo's chest swelled with pride as he proclaimed, that's right. If you can stand out, you will be able to rise to great heights. Lin Bei's answer came calm but sharp. I will participate in the Four Borders competition. A smirk touched Zhang Feizhuo's face. Very good. I see you know the current affairs. But Lin Bei's next words sliced his arrogance in half. However, it does not represent you, Liangyi Palace. It represents my Qingshui City. You don't really think I will serve as cannon fodder for your palace, do you? The hall fell silent. Zhang Feizhuo froze, caught off guard. His face stiffened, as if fear and confusion had cracked through his pride. Suddenly, one of his guards erupted, pointing at Lin Bei with fury. How presumptuous! My young master came here personally to grant you a great opportunity, and yet you spit in his face. Shameless. The other guard flared up as well, fists raised, voice booming. Young master, this man is too arrogant. Please, allow us to kill him. Zhang Feizhuo's temper finally burst, his voice thundering across the chamber. Since you want to die, I will grant you that wish. The two guards, bloodlust raging, surged forward from Zhang Feizhuo's side. Their killing intent shook the air as they lunged at Lin Bei, roaring, Kid suffers death! But Lin Bei never moved from his seat. His eyes narrowed, his hand lifted ever so slightly, just a flick of his wrist. And in that instant, both guards were blasted backwards, their bodies slammed against the floor like broken dolls, unable to withstand even the smallest gesture from him. Lin Bei leaned back in his chair, one hand resting against his cheek, the other waving lazily at the two guards lying crumpled on the floor. His voice was calm, almost dismissive. Just the two of them want to kill me. Zhang Feizhuo stepped back slightly, his expression cold and calculating. As expected of the man who captured Qingshui City, you really have some ability. At such a young age, already at the second level of the Pulse Extension Realm. Worthy of my own action. Suddenly, beneath his feet, a glowing circle appeared. The formation lines lit up as a surge of energy spread violently through the hall. Zhang Feizhuo's lips curved into a sinister smile. Yin-Yang Universe Formation. My Liangyi Palace is unmatched in formations. Even a third-level expert in the extension realm would lose all ability to move inside this. His eyes narrowed with bloodlust. I won't kill you right away. I'll crush every bone in your body one by one. Only then will you understand the consequences of offending me. Lin Bei exhaled lightly and rose from his chair. His tone was flat, but his eyes carried mockery. You're kidding me, right? Seeing him move freely, Zhang Feizhuo froze in disbelief. His finger trembled as he pointed at Lin Bei. How can you still move? Lin Bei chuckled softly, lifted his foot, and tapped the ground. It's just a broken formation. A sharp crack split the glowing circle as the formation shattered like glass. Zhang Feizhuo's shock shifted into a sharp grin. Good boy. You're actually skilled in formations. I really underestimated you. In that case, I'll compete with you head on. His body erupted with violent energy, muscles swelling as veins bulged across his frame. His aura thickened, crushing the air in the hall. His roar shook the walls. It is your honor to die under my 7-kill body. In a blink, multiple afterimages burst out. 6, 7 clones lunging at Lin Bei from all directions. Their combined strikes tore through the air, each one carrying murderous intent. Lin Bei's smile never faded. He lifted one leg and brought it crashing down on one of the clones. The strike landed with such force that Zhang Feizhuo's head was smashed halfway into the floor. Lin Bei sneered, with this little ability, you want to crush my bones. Zhang Feizhuo, pale and staggering from the backlash, collapsed. His voice shook. I admit defeat. I'll leave immediately. Just pretend I was never here. Lin Bei's gaze darkened, his hand extending slowly. You come to pick a fight, and now you think one sentence will let you walk away? Panic swept Zhang Feizhuo's face. Desperate, he pulled off his storage ring and thrust it forward. Of course not. I apologize. There are many spiritual stones in here. All yours. Lin Bei's eyes narrowed. He stared at the trembling young master, expression unreadable. Zhang Feizhuo reached further, forcing a smile, but in his heart, a different smile twisted. Now. Gathering all his remaining strength, Zhang Feizhuo condensed violent energy into his mouth and unleashed it at point-blank range. The explosion swallowed Lin Bei, smoke and blinding light filling the hall. Zhang Feizhuo threw back his head, laughing wildly. Did you really think my 7-kill body was my only trump card? As the young master of Liangyi Palace, I am unmatched in cultivation and resourcefulness. You fell right into my trap, and now you'll die. But as the smoke cleared, Zhang Feizhuo's triumphant laughter died in his throat. Lin Bei stood there, unharmed, only his upper robes torn apart, revealing his unscathed body. Lin Bei's voice was calm, mocking. What did you say? Zhang Feizhuo's face went pale, his legs giving out as he stumbled backward. Lin Bei's figure blurred. Then in an instant, his palm struck down. Zhang Feizhuo's body hit the ground with a heavy thud. Lin Bei turned his back, his voice cold. I had no intention of killing you, but since you insist on seeking death, you can't blame me. The chief, who had been frozen stiff this entire time, found her face heating with awe. Her thoughts slipped out as a whisper. This figure, truly incredible. Lin Bei shot him a glance and waved. Hey, come here. The chief nearly tripped over himself as she hurried forward, flustered. Go find me some clean clothes and renovate this hall, Lin Bei ordered casually. Yes, right away. The chief bowed and rushed out. Moments later, with fresh robes on his shoulders, Lin Bei sat once again in his chair, composed as if nothing had happened. Now then, he said calmly, let's continue our unfinished topic. Tell me about the situation in the southern border. The chief straightened, clearing his throat. Southern border is the most chaotic of the 4 major territories. But inside, her fists clenched and his thoughts screamed, Are you kidding me? You didn't even tell me what you already know and what you don't. The chief gathering her thoughts before speaking. There is no supreme power like the demon sealing hall in the southern border, but there are more first-class forces here than in the other 3 territories combined. Lin Bei leaned forward, his expression serious. No wonder it's the most chaotic territory. Without a top force to suppress the rest, countless sects rise together, constantly clashing for dominance. His eyes sharpened. Then tell me, how does Liangyi Palace perform here? The chief clasped her hands and said, Liangyi Palace has thousands of disciples and over 10 elders. In raw numbers and cultivation, they aren't particularly strong, but their mastery of formations combined with their fortress-like terrain makes them nearly untouchable. No sect dares to provoke them lightly. Lin Bei waved his hand, uninterested. Forget them. Tell me about the most powerful sects in the southern border. The chief bowed her head respectfully. Among the first-class forces, 5 sects stand at the peak. Each has the potential to rise above the rest. The warriors here often say, once the young disciples of these 5 sects mature, they'll surpass all others and rival even the demon sealing hall. She raised his fingers, counting one by one. The Vajra sect, unmatched in martial strength. The Divine Beast sect, masters of beast control. The Yin-Yang Mighty sect, wielders of water and fire. The Heavenly Thunder Palace, rulers of thunder itself. And the strongest of all, perhaps the first true rival of the Demon Sealing Hall, the God Advent sect. Beyond these, there are over 20 other first-class sects. Their overall power is evenly matched, but none can eclipse the 5. Lin Bei rested his cheek against his hand, studying her. Is it because the younger disciples of those 5 sects are all strong, or because they've produced geniuses? The chief let out a long sigh. Naturally, it's because of geniuses. Then her voice dropped, as if the words themselves carried weight. Then she spoke, looking a little troubled. These geniuses have awakened heaven-level physiques. Lin Bei's eyes flickered with interest. Heaven-level physiques, huh? The chief quickly shook her head, correcting himself. No, not heaven-level. These 5 sects have only produced 1 disciple each with an earth-level physique. Even so, they've poured everything into cultivating them. Lin Bei chuckled darkly, leaning back. Protect him to the death. Ha! I doubt that's possible. The chief stayed silent, watching Lin Bei with wary eyes. Lin Bei exhaled slowly. Next, let's talk about the 4 borders competition. In detail. The chief stiffened, her brows twitching. Don't you even know this? Lin Bei remained seated, relaxed, and unfazed. I come from a small sect. I've only heard fragments about the 4 borders competition. I don't know the details. The chief's thoughts churned angrily. A small sect? How could a so-called small sect produce a monster like him? He's clearly testing me. But after calming herself, she forced a smile. Since you insist, I'll explain. The 4 borders competition is the greatest event across all 4 territories. It doesn't just decide the allocation of resources, it determines the future of every sect and warrior. Her eyes lit up with excitement as her voice grew louder. Any sect can participate, large or small, strong or weak. As long as you can endure to the end and break into the top 10, your sect earns the right to share in the Heavenly Spirit Treasure Land, divided according to rank. And if you reach the top 4, then your sect will receive direct support from the Hidden World sect itself. Her tone became almost reverent. The disciples with the best performance, they can enter the Hidden World sect to train. From there, they can rise above all others, maybe even grasp the chance to walk the path of immortality. At that moment, Xiao Jin wriggled out from Lin Bei's robe, smirking with contempt. His childish voice carried sharp ridicule. The road to ascending immortality. Ha! Truly the ignorant are fearless. With your pitiful plane, forget immortality. Reaching even a trace of it would be considered lucky. Lin Bei's expression hardened. Without hesitation, he flicked Xiao Jin lightly across the face. Go on. Xiao Jin winced dramatically, puffing his cheeks. My face is swollen. Phew. Luckily, I'm not afraid of being disfigured now that I'm a spirit. Still, he kept laughing to himself, clearly enjoying the exchange. The chief spread both her hands as she stepped forward and said, Then let me tell you about the process of the 4 borders competition. She raised one hand into the air, voice booming with pride. This competition is about a sect's heritage, a sect's geniuses, a sect's wisdom and courage. Her expression softened slightly, a finger rising as he continued. It is divided into 7 rounds. The first round is the trial in the forest of Hunling. Only sects that pass the trial can advance. Lin Bei's brows furrowed. The forest of Hunling. What exactly is that? The chief explained, her tone heavy. The forest of Hunling lies at the junction of the 4 territories, strange, mysterious, dangerous beyond measure. It's said the land once belonged to a hidden sect. The forest is filled with countless crises. Those who can cross it prove they have the qualifications to compete. Think of it as an audition. She sighed. That's why numbers are crucial. Even the most gifted disciples can fall there unexpectedly. Lin Bei smirked knowingly, which is why Liangyi Palace dragged us in to serve as their stepping stones, their cannon fodder. The chief placed a hand on her chest, nodding gravely. Once a sect passes through Hunling, the true battles begin. Each sect must send 11 disciples. Only the victors advance until the final 10 remain. After that, those 10 sects fight again to determine the ultimate ranking. Suddenly, Lin Bei tilted his head, a mischievous smile playing at his lips. Wait, 11 disciples? Do we even have enough people? The chief chuckled with her eyes half closed. Perhaps if we're lucky, we might squeeze through Hunling's trial. Lin Bei lifted Xiaojin by the scruff, eyeing him thoughtfully. Bird, shouldn't you count as human? Xiaojin glared at Lin Bei in frustration. Lin Bei chuckled softly. Oh, you really are desperate. The chief stood frozen, completely lost for words. Lin Bei's grin widened into something sharper. What if I alone can defeat 11 people? The chief's eyes went wide. Ah? Alone? Then, as the thought clicked, he almost stumbled back. Wait, you want to form a one-man sect? In that instant, Lin Bei rose to his feet. Power surged from his body like a roaring storm, shaking the air. His voice thundered with ambition. I, Lin Bei, truly want to see. Can I stand on the top of this world? The chief stared in disbelief. The top of the world. The words echoed inside her mind, too heavy to process. Hey! Lin Bei's voice snapped him out of his trance. The chief blinked, startled. Ah? Lin Bei exhaled, his tone casual again. Don't be a fool. How long until the competition begins? The chief coughed lightly, embarrassed. About 8 months remain. It takes only 1 month to reach the forest of Hunling from Qingshui City, so you have 7 months to prepare. Lin Bei rested his hand on his chin, thinking aloud. 7 months. More than enough. Now tell me the current state of Qingshui City. Everything. Population, warriors, resources. The chief's shoulders sagged, her voice tinged with sorrow. One hand rested on her hip, the other rubbing her temple. Our Qingshui City is nothing but an empty shell. Fewer than 1,000 souls remain. Apart from the warriors we brought, there are almost none left. As for resources, don't even mention cultivation treasures. Even daily rations are scarce. Lin Bei closed his eyes, muttering, So Qingshui City is even more barren than I imagined. The chief lowered her head in shame. Yes, no one cares for this city, and with my own presence scaring away those who stayed, life here is miserable. Lin Bei's lips curled into a mocking smirk. So, even you know the people fled because of you. The chief's eyes suddenly lit up, her whole face brightening. I have an idea. Lin Bei leaned forward, curious. Say. The chief grinned, pulling out a worn scroll and spreading it open. Boss, look, Qingshui City may be barren, but because of that, the mountains around us are crawling with bandit camps. They may not be rich, but compared to us, they live far better. Lin Bei's eyes gleamed. You mean grab? The chief nodded eagerly. Yes, yes. But Lin Bei placed one hand behind his back, clenching the other into a fist as he shook his head solemnly. How can a real man do something as shameful as robbery while walking under heaven and earth? The chief blinked, frozen. Huh? Then we borrow? Lin Bei smirked. Tell me, where should we borrow first? The chief quickly answered. The closest camp is Black Bear Village to the northwest. 5 days' journey. Their leader, Black Bear, is a second-level cultivator of the Pulse Extension Realm. He commands more than a dozen elites at the peak of enlightenment. Lin Bei stepped closer, his voice sharp. Without delay, summon the old village chief. I'll make arrangements. We set off immediately. The chief bowed low, nodding rapidly. Yes. Meanwhile, at Black Bear Village that same night, drunken laughter echoed beneath torchlight. Bandits crowded around rough tables, meat and wine spilling everywhere. One of them raised a jug. Brothers, today's raid was glorious, the most fruitful in a year. Another slammed his cup down. Long live Black Bear Village! But suddenly a scout rushed in, bowing. Leader, someone is knocking at the mountain gate. The bandit chief frowned. Eh? Which mountaintop brother is visiting? The scout shook his head nervously. He claims he's from Qingshui City, and he wants to borrow money. The entire hall froze, then erupted into roaring laughter. Qingshui City? Borrow money? One bandit howled. Ha 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 ha. He doesn't know this is a bandit village. Borrow money from us. Funniest thing I've ever heard. But then a calm voice echoed from the shadows. I'm very touched. You're so happy just hearing I came to borrow. Seems tonight will be very fruitful indeed. The chief's head snapped around. You? How did you get in? From the doorway, Lin Bei stepped forward with a smile, the chief of Qingshui trailing behind him. Your little village. Walking in and out is easier than strolling on flat ground. The bandit chief's eyes narrowed while one of his men whispered in his ear. Boss. I recognize that one. That's the woman who took over Qingshui City not long ago. The chief licked his lips, smirking. Ugly or not, a woman at my doorstep. It's still a blessing. At that, Qingshui's chief snapped, her face red with fury. She jabbed a finger straight at the man. Shut your filthy mouth. Say one more dirty word, and I'll rip out your tongue. Lin Bei blinked in surprise, not expecting such fire. The bandit boss laughed, clapping his hands. Oh, I like your spirit. After I'm done, I'll let my brothers have a turn too. One thug leapt to his feet, waving both arms. Boss, let me go first. I'll go first. But Lin Bei suddenly stepped forward, his smile fading. His voice was cold. This woman is mine. Do you really think you can insult her in front of me? Here's an offer. Apologize, hand over the money, and this ends peacefully. The chief sneered, baring his teeth. Who the hell do you think you are? Some pretty boy playing flower protector? Lin Bei lowered his head slightly, exhaling through his nose. So, you don't take me seriously at all. Is it because I'm too kind? He clenched his fist. Alas, I wanted to talk sense, but since that doesn't work, I do know a little something about fists and kicks. Brothers, show him our fists and kicks, a bandit shouted. The boss raised a hand. Wait, but two of his men already charged forward, fists flying at Lin Bei's face. Lin Bei's eyes sharpened. Little tricks. With just a surge of his aura, their bodies were flung back across the hall, crashing into the ground. The Black Bear boss pushed himself up from his seat, fury twisting his face. He pulled a massive hatchet from his side. Arrogant brat, how dare you come knocking on my den? Take this. He swung with all his strength, the iron hammer aimed at Lin Bei's head. But in the next instant, crack. A deep fracture split the hatchet down the middle. The bandit boss froze, staring wide-eyed. Impossible. My weapon. Lin Bei chuckled lightly. What a pity. Such a fine weapon, shattered to pieces. What a terrible loss. The Black Bear boss was trembling, words tumbling from his lips. Woohoo! I'm in trouble today. Just let me live, and I'll give you everything in Black Bear Village. Lin Bei stepped forward without a word, his palm clamping around the boss's throat. Effortlessly, he lifted the massive man off the ground like he weighed nothing. The boss's eyes bulged, mouth gaping for air. Then, Lin Bei slowly released him, letting him drop and writhe on the floor. His tone was calm, almost amused. I still liked your arrogant look at the beginning. Hurry up and deliver the things. Yes. The bandit boss scrambled on hands and knees, barking at his men. Quickly, bring it here now. A tray was rushed forward, stacked with a cloth bundle of valuables. Lin Bei raised an eyebrow, studying it. That's it? No secrets hidden away? The boss knelt, sweating through his shirt, his voice cracking. Absolutely not. That's everything. Lin Bei smirked, stepping down from the man's chest. Very good. I'm leaving. Your den still has potential. I hope you seize the chance to develop. If I get the opportunity, his eyes flickered coldly. I'll come again. The boss watched in silence, his pride shattered as Lin Bei and the Qingshui chief walked away. But the moment they vanished down the mountain path, he slammed a fist into the ground and roared, veins bulging. I have never been so humiliated. Brothers, gather the troops. I'll destroy Qingshui City. On the road back, the chief tilted her head. Boss, why didn't you finish them off? You're not usually this soft-hearted. Lin Bei's lips curved into a sly smile. Let me ask you this. I left them a way out today. What do you think they'll do next? The chief answered instantly. They'll gather all their strength to take revenge. Next, they'll definitely come to attack Qingshui City. Exactly. Then realization hit her, her eyes lighting up. Ah, I see. When they march here, every nearby force will be dragged into the mess. If we wait, we won't need to chase anyone down. They'll all walk straight to us. Lin Bei pointed at her, laughing softly. Children can be taught, but you've got one detail wrong. The chief blinked. Hey. Lin Bei's eyes narrowed. We're borrowing. Remember, we're borrowing. Days later, Qingshui City had gone strangely quiet. Inside the hall, Lin Bei leaned lazily in his chair, one hand propping his cheek, the other drumming against the armrest. It's been 5 days. Why haven't they come yet? The chief stepped forward, looking grim. Boss, after we distributed the borrowed materials from Black Bear Village to the whole city, almost nothing is left. You'd better plan ahead. Lin Bei yawned, standing and stretching. Can't wait anymore. We'll take the initiative. But just then, a messenger rushed in, out of breath but grinning wide. Boss? They're coming. They're coming. All of them are coming. Lin Bei and the chief froze, then both lit up like they'd just won the lottery. How many? Lin Bei asked, eyes gleaming. The man waved his arms frantically. Too many, so many. The chief's eyes sparkled with excitement. Boss, this is it. Our chance. But Lin Bei just sighed, wiping sweat from his brow, shooting the chief a sideways glare. Meanwhile, outside Qingshui City, 3 figures walked in slow, deliberate steps. At the front strode a burly man with a huge broadsword slung across his shoulder, one eye covered by a black eye patch. Beside him was a tall man with long silver hair, dressed in elegant robes, lazily fanning himself with a jade fan. The last was a young woman in a blood-red dress, her lips curved into a mischievous smile. Behind them trailed the Black Bear boss, still nursing his bruises, fury burning in his eyes. He jabbed a finger toward Qingshui City and growled, Brothers, sisters, today that boy's skin and bones must be stripped to vent my hatred. The one-eyed man unsheathed his blade with a metallic hiss. Don't worry, fourth brother. Our 4 major camps share one spirit. If they insult you, they insult all of us. The silver-haired man gave a calm, almost playful smile. Fourth brother, be at ease. Today, with the 4 villages gathered, we'll turn this city into scorched earth. But the girl in red twirled a strand of hair around her finger, eyes sparkling. If we find a handsome young man, don't kill him. Leave him for me.